Welcome back to another decloning video. This is between Marth and Eliwood, or Marth and Roy, since Eliwood takes on Roy's moveset. Going to jump straight in with their A and forward A. Their A combo is good. Their forward A has always been a bit too similar to their normal A. I've always felt that for both characters. So I've changed Roy's to trusting attack. Would change Marth's, but people like Marth's moveset. Okay, this is Marth's dash attack. I changed his dash attack to a standard attack from his SNES game. Don't let me try and quote the name. Down A, they look a bit different. They look the same, but Marth's goes forward and Roy's doesn't. Marth's didn't go forward in melee. Now this is their down smash, which is pretty much the same, but to be honest, every sword user in the series has pretty much that down smash. Like Link and Ike and everyone, they all have the same down smash with their sword. Now their up smash, this move belonged to Marth really before it belonged to Roy. It's in Marth's animation for his NES game, so it doesn't feel right for Roy to have it. So I changed his up smash to this, a move for Eliwood. It's a combination of the fact that he throws his sword up here in that animation, and the animation he does with his attack here. He brings the sword downwards first, and then upwards, and he throws the sword into the air. It's quite a good up smash. Now the forward smash, this has always been Roy's attack. It comes from Roy's animation, so Roy should keep it and Marth shouldn't. It's only right. It's one of Roy's most noticeable attacks because it's a damn awesome forward smash. So I've changed Marth's forward smash to this, a standard attack he has. It hits about the same area but doesn't come from around Marth, and about the same strength as the current one. Now onto their aerial attacks, which really I can't really say much about. They are very similar and I would change them, but I can't really show any examples. I just changed the direction of them really. Now onto the special moves. Marth has Shield Breaker, which is a charging attack that can break shields, as the name suggests. And Marth has his Flare Blade, which I changed the name to Killer Edge, but they were similar in melee, but Brawl has already done the work for me. There are already very different attacks now, so they are. As long as Marth keeps his normal version of it that he had, which is more similar to his own attacks. Now on to their side B. This is Marth's side B, Dancing Blade. I'd rename it Brave Edge and make it a bit harder to use. That's not really relevant, since although Roy has the attack himself, I don't think it's suited to Roy because it's an attack very associated with Marth in Smash Bros. Like Roy users, it's not as good for Roy as it is for Marth. So I would change Roy's side B to a completely different attack. I'll show you in a second now. And it's done showing Roy doing this attack. Okay, one noticeable thing about Eliwood in his games is that he can wield lances and javelins. So I change Eliwood's attack, his side B, to throwing a spear from Fire Emblem, the javelin weapon. It will take a while to set up, but once you set it up, you can hold it in place until you're ready to actually use the attack. So he holds it, and then you can aim it at like a 30-degree angle to actually fire the attack, and it deals good damage. It's an accurate attack, and it takes a lot of startup lag, but you can conserve it until you want to use it basically. Now their counter as well being the same effect, they have very different properties. Roy's counter is a lot better, yet harder to use, and it's already different to Marth's and Ike, so I'd keep that the way it is. Maybe even make it a little bit better for Roy while still being harder to use. Now on to their up special. Marth's is good, it works well as an attack and a recovery. Roy's, it's very similar as it is, so I changed Roy's so you can briefly charge it beforehand and give it a more arcing direction. You can kind of briefly charge it and kind of pick your direction, almost like Fox and Falco's recovery, just not as much charge, about as much time it takes to use Ike's Eater. So that's basically it then. That's the difference between Marth and Eliwood. I think I called Eliwood Roy a lot, but as I said before, this is Roy's moveset. Eliwood is in my roster because I love the way Roy fights in melee, and I've always loved the way Roy fights, more so than Marth. I like Marth as a fighter very much as well, but I've liked Roy better, and I thought it was a huge shame to see Roy go, so I've brought him back as Eliwood, and they're the changes I've made to both their movesets to kind of make them a little bit more different. So I hope you enjoyed that, and stay tuned for more videos from me. See you now.